Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today with an obscure movie review, and this is Hollywood Boulevard from New World Pictures, 76, I believe. It's weird. I probably would never heard about this movie if it wasn't for, they used to have something back in the days of VHS. They used to have compilations of trailers and stuff like that. A lot of times horror films or sci-fi films or old movies, Good Times Videos put up some. There were some like Scream Scaries. Would have like a combination of like horror movie trailers and like, interviews with like Tom Savini, George Romero, and stuff like that. Grandpa from the Munsters did a sci-fi one that had like the Alien trailer in it and different trailers, and then like they had some guy named Johnny Legend that did Sleaze Mania and Sleaze Mania Strikes Back. I think I got like a Rhino video. I think I got one of them like Sleaze Mania like a half-hour one, and then I got and then there was some from like they do like blooper compilations and stuff like that. And then there's one from how I found about this one. I got a 2-hour one of like I can't remember what it was called, like exploitation trailers or something like that, sleaze trailers from like the 20s all the way up to like the 70s and maybe up to 1980. And one of the last one, I mean, they had stuff from New World Pictures. One of them was Hollywood Boulevard, which I never heard about before. And this I heard about this back in '93, I think. And it looked like a really funny movie. It said it was about like the studio called Miracle Pictures, where if it's a good movie, it's a miracle. That's an old joke. But it's supposed to represent New World Pictures. And I guess they have something I used to watch. I didn't know if it was a YouTube channel called Trailers from Hell. When I used to have Movie Pass, they had a couple episodes of Trailers from Hell, different movies. So I want to watch them with my dad. My dad would hate it and complain, saying, he said, I want football, baseball, none of this. But we watch it anyways. Some episodes, but I didn't know Trailers from Hell was still on there, and I looked up Hollywood Boulevard, and there's an episode of Trailers from Hell on there. And I guess, in the old days of New World Pictures, I guess John Davison, not the TV host, like That's Incredible and game shows and stuff. No, John Davison who worked in New Line Pictures was a producer, and he said like the story behind Hollywood Boulevard is true. And he said that there was a bet made that they could make a movie cheaper than any other movie on. He made a bet with Roger Corman saying you make a movie cheaper than any other movie that's been made for the studio, and Roger Corman agreed. And that's how Hollywood Boulevard came about. And it was about like they reused footage from some of their movies because they did all different genres: comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, horror, all different. And then remember New World Pictures got really big in the '80s, and they did stuff like the Hellraiser, at least the first 2 Hellraisers. I don't know if they did a third one. And then they did then they got on the TV and they did Wonder Years. Remember that? New World did that. Well, anyways, the bet was they could make a movie cheaper, and they used like stock footage from a lot of their other movies, action, sci-fi, whatever. And they put a storyline with some famous actors. They had Paul Bartel was in there, Dick Miller, and also Mary Warnoff was in there. And it's about a girl trying to get in the movie business, and it was like kind of like a comedic look at making of low-budget movies. And also, it was the first feature film from Joe Dante. Well, Joe Dante and Alan Arkish, they directed together, and they were veterans of the editing trailers and stuff like that. And then, of course, Joe Dante went on to do Piranha, then The Howling, and the Critters movies and stuff like that. And then, he did something called The Movie Orgy. It was the collection of a 7-hour collection of trailers for movies or something like that. I heard about that in '67. I never heard of that before. I always thought Joe Dante's first movie was Piranha, but I guess it was not. And Hollywood Boulevard is a fun movie. It's like this girl trying to get into movies, and this guy came up to her and said, "Hey, can you drive and stuff like that real good?" Well, I'm trying to get into movies. I'll tell you what. Here's the script. It's an impromptu script about 2 bank robberies and stuff like that. We just need you to drive the car, and we'll test you out for the thing. And then she gets involved with a real bank robbery. It's pretty funny. And Dick Miller becomes the agent. And Dick Miller said, I don't know nothing about movies, I'm just an agent. But they had some silly jokes in it too, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, Paul Bartel's the director, and Mary Warnoff's like the fancy actress. I guess she used to work with Warhol before. I didn't know that. I remember seeing her movies like Silent Night, Bloody Night. She was in that, and her and Paul Bartel went on to be movies like Ian Raoul and stuff like that. They did a cameo in Killbots, which was Chopping Mall. And it was cool. They had the Gaming Palooza Empire did a review of a game called Killbots, which became Chopping Mall. I did for Atari. Some of these Atari games I never seen before. This is other companies do. And I give Hollywood Boulevard a 9 out of 10. It's a really fun movie. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a movie that kind of got forgotten. Like homage to low-budget cinema filmmaking. Lots of female nudity in it, too, which is always a plus. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I didn't know what they were going for and stuff like that, but it's definitely an R-rated movie, but it's a lot of fun, though. The comedy's real silly. So hope you like this video. Bye till next time, please. Take care, my legion.